Big slime. You know, a lot of times the star will come out and players will give him a big bear hug, congratulate. Nobody hugs Big Slime.
That's right. You'll do it later, right? 24 points for him, 10 of 17 from the field. He had 5 rebounds, and he's going to get ready for tomorrow afternoon.
There's some people in the league that were saying, you know, I think Castro should have been first team over Haynes. When you watch this, you can see why Haynes is the first team center in the A-10.
He had his way here tonight. Castro has 17 for George Washington, but the team down by 17 points here. And Hutchinson hits the free throws, but just 123 away. An opportunity to get to the semis where they would take on the winner of St. Joe's and Dayton in our nightcap coming up on Peacock. Fallon Hutchinson.
And that potential matchup of both of those teams gets my mind running wild. You've got unbelievable defense, talking about George Mason, versus, in my opinion, the best 2 offensive teams in the A-10, Dayton and St. Joe's.
Right. Flyers win that regular season finale against VCU on the road. St. Joe's knows they've got to win this tournament to get into the NCAA tournament. They've got Fleming, first-team selection. Xavier Brown, first-team selection. Eric Reynolds, a second-team selection. I mean, wait till we tell you about all the players that are going to see in that game.
And Reynolds was first-team last year. Has that ever happened that a team has 3 guys in their starting lineup that have all been first-team all-conference in the last 2 years?
An ovation for Woody Newton to the sideline for the Patriots.
Yeah, that block by Woody Newton really seemed to be the jump start in the second half for this team.
Yeah, that's the thing. They've got players that can do a little bit of everything out there, right? And that's why they've been so successful this season. A team that is now going to pick up their 25th win of the campaign. 25-7. When we finish 1 minute of game action here.
Even against this group, they can't get anything inside the paint.
Hutchinson misses on the 3, Billups the rebound. So the first meeting went to double overtime in which George Mason won 80-77. The second was a 3-point win at GW, 53-50. Tonight, they've left no doubt with an 18-point lead here and just 30 seconds to go before a trip to the semifinals.
If I could come up with 3 words about George Mason: big, aggressive, and tough.
Billups finishing with 18. 7 boards. 3-pointer goes down.
And George Mason is finishing this off strong. A lot of times a team will play a good second half and then fade, and then you worry about carryover. They're going into tomorrow's semifinal game with a ton of momentum.
They opened the second half on a 28-6 run. They led by 18. They win it by 50. 80-65, and Tony Skinn and the George Mason Patriots move on to the semifinals. Their first appearance in the semis since joining the Atlantic 10 in the 2013-14 season. And they've got the winner of St. Joe's and Dayton coming up in our nightcap on Peacock.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as y'all can see, it's your favorite show's favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. Now, I just wanted to throw Mason up there real quick. We will be showing you the Duke game, but Mason alum, y'all know how we do it. We're going to the next round. Hopefully we can win that championship, CSN March Madness. But it'd be cool to see Duke versus George Mason potentially in March Madness. I did watch that game. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have the moment at hand. Duke versus UNC. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, him and Hall too much, right? Let's see what we're talking about.
Defender it is silly to ask how Cooper Flagg and his loss will impact Duke. But one thing we know about yesterday was their bench responded beautifully in the quarterfinals.
They absolutely did, OB. When you consider the fact that you had 4 freshmen outside of Cooper Flagg scoring 63 of Duke's 78 points in a win, there's more than enough talent for the Blue Devils to be able to win an ACC championship. However, they got to go against a desperate North Carolina team where the only way they know they'll play in the NCAA tournament is to win the championship here in Charlotte and be the automatic qualifier for next week's action.
Now Carolina coming in hot,
Yeah.
8-1 in their last
UNC
9.
is in a little bit of a pickle, ladies and gentlemen, because like they said, they do have to win out. And keep in mind, I'm not just regurgitating this stuff. If y'all follow my podcast, right? Y'all heard me say it. But this one is going to be an interesting game. Can't lie to you guys. Cooper Flagg is out, though. So this is our 3rd time playing them. But this is the 1st time without Cooper Flagg. And keep in mind, a lot of people actually believe that we as Duke fans, matter of fact, y'all might be wondering why I'm even watching this game. That would have been a lot better if I had taken the sleeves off. As y'all can see, though, I rep my boys, you know what I'm saying? Even got my championship ring out here. It cannot work. Y'all hear, y'all see it, whatever, it's here. Anyways, though, moment at hand, I'm going to stop talking because it look like we about to do jump ball.
About 7 in the second half before they rallied and won pretty comfortably in that game. So here we go, number 3. North Carolina wins the opening tip, and we're underway. Elliot Cadeau running the point. R.J. Davis will take the first shot, and a bit too strong. He hit 5 3-point shots against Wake Forest yesterday. He got rolling.
He did. He hit 5 of the 8. North Carolina shot it extremely well in their first game here played, where Jalen Withers made 7 of his own, 13 for the Tar Heels, but only 8 of 22 yesterday.
Over the top, intended for Lubin, batted around, and Carolina will keep it. Our officials here, Bert Smith, A.J. Desai, and Lee Cassell, for the first of our 2 semifinals tonight in Charlotte.
This matchup between Isaiah Evans and Drake Powell, these 2 guys, OB, were teammates for Team CP3 of the Nike EYBL, and now they're playing against each other here in the ACC tournament in the greatest rivalry in college basketball.
Cadeau calls a play, Lubin up to set a screen. 5 to get off a shot. He'll back away and fire it. A lot of rim, but it won't drop. And a whistle, it'll go the other way.
I believe they're going to get Ben Allen Lubin on the first foul. Trying to get to the offensive glass. Kama Malawat's trying to keep him off and attracts that foul. But when you consider now Sion James, Tyrese Proctor, how the veterans have to step up in the absence of Cooper Flagg, look for both these guys to be aggressive early.
Every Duke fan in the world is saying the same thing. I'm fascinated to see how Duke looks without Cooper Flagg, but I'm not thrilled with it. Inside the first minute, Malawatch will lift a long one and a little too strong. Powell on the move. Shot clock at 15 for Cadeau. Trying to drop that pass down deep. Cadeau on the baseline. Another pass right back to Lubin for the slam.
It is a small thing, but a great job by Elliot Cadeau with the pump fake to get the shot block, and Malawatch in the air, dropping off the dime to Ben Allen Lubin to finish it off.
Duke's starting lineup. James Proctor, Knipple, who was marvelous yesterday, Evans, and Malawatch. Knipple coming off 28. Proctor, a little hesitation, and it drops down.
Expect to see Tyrese Proctor being very aggressive throughout this day. One of the things when you look at the Duke backcourt in comparison to North Carolina, the size allows them to be able to get into the painted area and finish.
Yeah, he was rusty yesterday, 2 for 11. Davis fighting past Proctor. Let's see how much they let him play tonight. On the bounce, Lubin, who's had an excellent tournament, lost the handle. Shot clock a factor now. Withers, a little too strong. Rebound tapped out high. Another chance for North Carolina. Davis won't wait. Batted around again. And back over.
No, I will say this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not really vibing with how we're looking early on. Keep in mind, it's really early, but I would love if we could actually start showing a little bit more effort. Right then, UNC just got a lot more touches, a lot more potential opportunities on that side. And keep in mind, too, that can happen a lot more just because of effort. They showed a lot more effort just on that end alone, just on that possession. See, right there, okay, cool. I can take that level of aggression, ladies and gentlemen. Now, not too many fouls, but again, tried to show a little bit of heart. Con tried to tie up the ball. Oh, we did get Duke ball. Shout outs. I thought they called a foul for a second. I did think that was clean, but I won't going to try to argue with the ref too much. Shout outs. I love the aggression. Thank you. Let's play ball, boys.
In the Blue Devils' favor.
Yeah, not fouling. Duke looking for their 30th win of the season tonight. As Knipple slams on the brakes. Evans will toss one up there, and he's fouled on the play. And the act of shooting a three. Big lift yesterday when Duke really needed it. Evans scored.
Not going to lie to y'all. That was a very shaky shot. We got bailed out. I'm telling you right there. Because, yeah, I thought he rushed that one. I'll take it, though, but I definitely thought he rushed that one. Not going to lie to you guys. Shout out to Cadeau.
A shooter, an opportunity to be able to land correctly. That is a foul by sticking that left foot underneath Evans.
Got to let him land, he's saying.
Yeah, Pat Sullivan letting Elliot Cadeau know you have to let him land. You have to.
Hey, Sean May done got big in head, didn't he? My bad.
That was a rule put in the game. Kawhi Leonard.
That's on me. That's on me. I shouldn't have. I talked trash way too early.
Someone came underneath them, turned his ankle, changed the entire trajectory of that series, and both college basketball and the NBA have guarded that closely ever since.
You like the rule?
I absolutely love it. I mean, when you see, think about what we're talking about in this game. Cooper Flagg's not playing because of turning his ankle on someone, and that was inadvertent. So, but you still have to give that person the opportunity to be able to land cleanly.
By the way, it looks like he is dying to take that warm-up off and get in the game.
I'm going to tell you right now, he is struggling, having to watch his brothers on the floor.
You know, over the top for Lubin. He had a couple of monster dunks yesterday.
That should not be happening. Again, we got the wing. That it sucks we ain't got Maliq Brown either, bro. It's going to be an interesting game for us.
Good time they've done it so far in this game.
Knipple off the Maliq string, gets doubled up. Almost lost it. Proctor to fire. Around and out. Got a great look. North Carolina to run.
We need Proctor to win this sort of game. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I understand people talk about his leadership, or I've never really viewed him as a leader, if I'm going to keep it a buck with you all. I just think we need him from a scoring standpoint because we need all hands on deck right now. Again, we're losing 19 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and then like 1 steal and 1 block like that. That's a lot of production right there. In college basketball too, hell, in NBA, that's a lot of production. College basketball, that's a lot of production. And Tyrese Proctor has been with us for now 3 seasons. I understand he's young. Technically, he should be a sophomore. I don't care. You've been here for 3 seasons, champ. Time to show up. And this is the sort of game where you get to show up. But you get the reps that you typically don't because of Cooper Flagg. We'd like to see it. Con is still a rookie, still a freshman. So he could slip. I need you to step up to the plate. It'd be good, though, if everybody could contribute. That'd be nice in a perfect world.
Shire going to the bench early, getting Gungbo on the floor.
The 6'11 freshman. And Maliq's the 7'2 freshman on the bench.
Maliq Brown going to be over there coaching up his guys. The freshman big man competing today.
James, a determined drive, and takes a hit.
Most importantly, the second foul on Elliot Cadeau. Carolina's seen this too often this year. However, they hold a 1-point lead.
ESB.
All right, so here's the thing, right? Because we've seen this happen before very recently where UNC is kind of tied with Duke. Actually, they got the better of us right now. We've seen that before. For starters, my name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. It's your favorite show, right? I'm a big sports fan, big Duke fan in particular. Laker fan also. A couple of things, but right now it's Duke versus UNC. And again, it's the third time that we playing them. It's a good game. It's a good matchup. I can't hold y'all. But again, without Cooper Flagg. Are y'all impressed? Have y'all been entertained? I would love to hear that. Definitely comment below if you want to. Like, comment, subscribe, comment, tell anybody who's anyone about the show. But so far, I'll say I've been entertained, right? Just as a sports fan, sure. If I'm watching hoops, I'm entertained. But I would like to see us, Duke, be a little bit more aggressive. Shots are going to come more often, right? I do want us to establish a little bit more of a rapport. I understand Khan's kind of trying to take a little backseat. I want you to be attacking at all times, Khan. Like one thing that we have with Cooper Flagg is he does attack. Right now, we don't have him. So somebody's got to attack. Somebody's got to probe the defense. And I think that's got to be Khan Knuppel. He's one of our best playmakers. 6'7", mobile. Again, decent playmaker. And can score from the mid-range and the three. At an efficient rate, too. Because people know that, let's use that to our advantage. You don't even have to shoot the ball. Again, just drive and kick. Because now you got Tyrese Proctor, who is a capable three-point shooter. Shoot the ball. Sion James, who can get a bucket and knock down the shot. Shoot the ball. Y'all just saw Cayman Malawat shoot the three, and it did not airball. It was actually a decent attempt. So, again, for me, we got a couple of players on the squad that can shoot. But the problem is, too, though, when somebody shoots the ball, weak side, y'all need to get the rebound. So it's going to be a lot of things that Duke's going to have to do. And we have the height advantage, even though we lost two players that are 6'9". So again, for me, ladies and gentlemen, if we can just utilize our advantages, make the game simple, this third matchup, while it could get chippy, because UNC again has a lot riding on this. They need this ACC title to get to March Madness, or else they got to have the conversation: do they go to the NIT or not? I'm sorry, that's just so funny to say, but I mean, the game is back on. So let's see what happens throughout. But this should be a good one. Shout out to my boys, showing some heart, showing some aggression. You know what I'm saying? I love the camaraderie, the team effort. Shout out Angel Gray, quality analyst.
His own shoes. So no Malik, no Coop. But for the Duke Brotherhood, they said no worries. As far as them, with them off the floor, they went 19-2 as far as their run coming into the second half in their previous game in the quarterfinals, and 6 different players scored in that span. I was speaking with Coach Shire. He said his team's heart, their character, and their competitiveness never wavers, and he doesn't expect that to change today, guys.
We look at the offensive rating, offensive and defensive, and net ranking as well when he is on and off the floor. And it pops right away, doesn't it? How different they are defensively when he's not in there.
It really is, Obi. And we saw it yesterday when you consider the play before he got hurt. He blocks a shot, starts the break. Isaiah Evans makes the first three-point field goal for Duke in that game after starting 0 of 13. After that, Cooper grabs a rebound and turns his ankle, but he's on his way. What he does, because he rebounds so well defensively, he also initiates their offense. So they're going to absolutely miss him offensively, but defensively is where he'll be missed the most. Seth Trimble in the game here for North Carolina. 2 fouls, as you pointed out, for Cadeau. It's been an ongoing issue in the first half, hasn't it? It absolutely has been. This is the 35th game for the Tar Heels this year. 23 times now, Elliot Cadeau has picked up 2 fouls in the first half.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't really care about Elliot Cadeau getting into foul trouble. He's not really that important for me. Cooper, thank you. It might have to be Sion James, but we're going to have to find somebody who's going to get those extra rebounds, who's going to box out, right? Because Cayman Malawat is cool. But again, he's one person, ladies and gentlemen. And while he's a top 10 NBA draft pick potentially this year, still young, still looking for his confidence, right? Still trying to improve physically. So it's not like he's going to carry everything on his shoulders. So it would be nice if we can get somebody else to help out on the rebound. That's what I talked about earlier about that weak side help. When the shot's going up, somebody's going to have to help on the weak side in order to get that rebound. Because usually when the basketball is shot, it's going to bounce for the rebound on the opposite end. Most often.
Downstairs, beautifully run. And
Good
laid it by
pass.
Proctor.
Thank
Great
you.
cut, great
Good
pass.
finish, too,
You see
Proctor.
Gumbo with the ability to see over the top offensively and deliver a strike to Tyrese Proctor off a nice cut.
Cooper Flagg, and when he's in there, their chemistry is so tight. Man is free downstairs. Washington will slam it in. So to me, that's one of the
So
really
terrible.
interesting things. How
So
will that
terrible.
chemistry be affected? It has to be.
I believe it will be, but we saw a little bit of this when Cooper got poked in the eye in their last game at Cameron Indoor. But when you consider having to play a full game and game planning without Cooper on a defensive end is where he'll be missed. And we've seen it on the last couple of possessions where the Tar Heels have gotten easy buckets.
The nipple let it knocked away. Pull up on Davis. He can't knock it down.
Thank you. This might be a game where I need Isaiah to actually shoot.
Proctor will sling it.
Oh.
Back for Knipple outside the three.
Give him a better pass next time, Collins. He would have let that joint fly.
Carolina fans love the
Hang out.
defensive effort.
Yes, sir.
And in the
Good
end,
finish,
Cooper
Sion.
lines up with the basket and driven in
Good
by
finish,
James.
Sion.
That's a nice take by Sion James, more importantly, using the pump fake. Get the shot blockers in the air, and then the easy layup. I'm sure he will be in attack mode, and you've got Washington and Gumba getting tangled up. The foul is going to go against Gumba, not allowing Jalen Washington to be able to move.
That's
Even though
way, bro.
Gumba took the friendly fire to the face on that possession.
Yeah, watch to your left here.
You see the left arm of Gumba grabbing Washington first. And that's where the foul is called.
That might have been flagrant, though. He hit Buddy over
Gumba
the
took
face.
a pretty good shot, too.
And the officials
They
are going to
could've
go over and
reviewed
look at that.
That's what
John
I'm saying. They
Shire
could
has
have
talked
reviewed,
to AJ Desai. He's talked with Bert Smith about the
Because here's my thing. They always want to be reviewing everything about, oh, that guy hit in the face. All right, cool. Review that one. Because Buddy didn't have to sit up there and swing his arm, especially if you're just getting held. What about you getting held makes you throw your arm this way? That's all I'm saying, bro. I don't think that was a basketball play. Buddy might have been trying to be a little trifling. And, it's cool. Not really.
if they came back and said that this was a flagrant foul. The original foul is absolutely on Gungba, but once the whistle is blown, you see the left arm come down from Jalen Washington and hitting Gungba in the head. There's a strong possibility they will come away with a flagrant foul on this possession.
Yep, would not be stunned. As Bert Smith, AJ.
You can't be stunned because, again, by technical definition, they could have let that play on, right? But cool, they called the foul. Again, Buddy did grab him. That's cool. That is a flagrant. That is a flagrant. You hit somebody over the head, that is usually going to be called a flagrant. Watch this.
In our second semifinal.
Look at that. There's nothing
look
about
at this.
There's nothing about that that's intentional. Oh, that's not intentional.
But wound up getting kind of poked in the eye, too. He's given Shire some very valuable depth this season. Even in the quarterfinals, he had 7 points in 10 minutes.
And they're going to switch positions now. Lee Cassell going to go over with Bert Smith to see the replay so that all three of the officials, as AJ Desai goes over and speaks with
it might be because of that.
Hubert Davis.
What do you think this is, a tiebreaker?
I think they all have to be on the same page. They'll come together and decide what it's going to be. But just to set a precedence in this game early, and of course the officials always have to control the game, I believe you have to go flagrant one here just to make sure that it doesn't happen again, not allowing players to feel like it's okay to have extracurricular actions, especially after the whistle's blown.
Extracurricular actions. Shout out Sean on the braid since I got the
So they
up.
gather and chat, those three.
You have to go flagrant, though, bro.
The rising stars.
If you don't do that, it's going to cause mass chaos. And it's a
explain what they came
rivalry
up with
game,
here.
too. And UNC has a lot to lose right now.
Exactly.
And we got to
13 minutes
fight
to go
for
here in the
pride,
first
too,
half.
because we don't have
Duke
Cooper
and
Flagg right
Carolina.
now.
And
So we're not
the
trying to come off
terminology
as
was
vulnerable.
wrong. And again, that's
on
why I
now,
kept
ladies
saying
and
after
gentlemen.
the whistle blew. So it won't be a flagrant one foul.
After a review of the previous play, we have a common foul on number 21 White from Duke and then it's followed by a dead ball contact technical foul on number 13 from North Carolina. We will shoot 2 free throws, and Duke will take the ball out on the end line.
But it's because the whistle had already blown before Jalen Washington dropped his arm and hit Patrick Gumba in the face. So now that it's the action is over, the whistle's already blown. That's why it's a dead ball contact technical foul in comparison to a flagrant one.
Yeah.
So Proctor with another one coming,
I mean,
75% at the
I think
line.
if he gets another one, he's out the game. So we'll take that. But I was going
Really
for
our first Duke
flagrant,
Carolina
you know
moment
what I'm
for
saying?
the semifinal.
Just go ahead and get Buddy clean
6
up out
points
of
for
it.
Proctor.
That was it. That was all. But that would have been nice.
And what happens, because it's a dead ball technical foul, the basketball now goes to Duke in comparison to the Carolina getting the basketball back after the technical foul. The possession changes, even though the common foul was on Gumba.
We had a clock on that. All of that took about 4 minutes.
So now Hubert Davis is going crazy because apparently Patrick Gumba just hit Jalen Washington in the face. I don't know if there was contact.
Powell trying to drive and kick. Jackson's outside to fire. And too strong. Knipple hit the deck for the second time. So it's getting fast and furious. Caleb Foster into the game, the 6'5" sophomore. Trying to get it downstairs. And Washington went for the block, but that's going to be goaltending. So count that basket.
But here's what bothered Hubert Davis. That's an elbow to the face of Jalen Washington right after a dead ball technical foul. And Hubert Davis sees this.
And they are going to go over and take a look.
They absolutely have to go look at this to be able to see what happened there. We're going to come back. We have a rivalry.
All right. Yeah.
We're off to a fiery start here in Charlotte in the semifinals of the ACC tournament.
You think? Yeah, just a little bit.
So, like, here's the thing. Because that's tough. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite, right? Again, I got Duke on the shirt, so it's not like I'm not. Y'all, damn. It's just tough because that was more of a basketball play. I know y'all is like, oh, he BSing right now. I'm not. I promise you, that was more of a basketball play than what happens. Because again, Buddy's defending. He up close, right? He in the grill, cool, and he already had the basketball up. Elbows is already out, ladies and gentlemen. See how mine are protruding? We getting a 45-degree angle like that. This is an acute angle right here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we talking about. Like, that's what we doing. That's what we have right there. So if I'm moving, you might accidentally get hit, especially if you're trying to go for the ball and I'm trying to move. You see this? Boom. Oh, excuse me. Hey. That is real dangerous. That's why Shaq was able to get away with this for so long. Keep the ball high. That's why they tell big men, rebound, keep the ball high. Because you can turn and kind of use your elbows. No one's trying to go for the rebound like that. So again, when you're making a pass and you're looking like this, it's kind of similar. So I can see how this is. If this doesn't get called a flagrant, cool. If it does get called a flagrant, one, we got to make sure he actually hit Buddy, because let's be honest too now. Buddy could be acting. He did just get called for a technical his damn self for hitting someone across the head. Keep in mind, it's the same guy that's being accused of hitting him across the head. So could be some get back that he won't, right? So with that being said, we got to make sure he does get hit. But if so, and they do call it technical or flagrant, I can't be a hypocrite. I just spoke about it earlier, so it's going to be fair. It's just going to be tough because, again, we don't have Maliq Brown. We don't have Cooper Flagg. It hurts. That's all. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. But I hope everyone's having a good time, though. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves. Do want the game to come back on because I do enjoy watching some hoops. It is nice. But I hope everyone's having a good one. And definitely please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. Trying to get the ratings up a little bit, just a little bit. I do also talk on a podcast daily, well, at least Monday through Friday. So in case y'all was wondering, you probably will get the recap about this game very soon. We'll might want to talk about it on Monday or something else too. I don't know. It just depends on how everything's going for me personally. But I always love talking about basketball. I love talking about sports in general. So you definitely will catch me talking about anything. But again, Monday through Friday, 1:00 p.m. That's what we're talking about. But I do believe the game is back on. So let's see what we're talking about.
Make contact with Jalen Washington, but we've had a conversation with the officials. They've said that this is a normal basketball play. It absolutely would have been a cylinder foul had they blown the whistle at the time, but because they did not, there's nothing you can do. It ends up being a basket for Gumba off of the goaltend of Washington, but you see Jalen Washington being tended to on the sideline.
More than a little blood has been spilled in this rivalry over the many decades. Here's Davis.
I believe we showed about 5 occasions in our tees, correct?
Yes. And before the shot went down, but no basket there. There was a whistle and a foul.
Now, Obi, what I will say is that throughout this tournament, and you and I have seen it, the officials have done a great job of allowing these teams to play.
Very much.
You know, allowing them to be physical but not dirty. After the way this game has started, I expect to see many more whistles as R.J. Davis calls the timeout because the Blue Devils do a tremendous job defensively on the underneath out-of-bounds play.
Well, at least nobody got fouled there. It was a timeout.
A real meal deserves a real dessert, like the DQ $7 meal deal.
So I got to come back and talk on screen. That's cool. Not really too much happened. That Wendy's seemed pretty all right, though. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I'm a big Wendy's head myself. Although I don't go there myself, though, too often. But Wendy's was pretty good, though. But back to the game, I guess. Again, that was just a commercial. Again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. It's your favorite shows. Y'all can see along the ticker. But this has been a good and entertaining game. And I'm glad it's back, too, because, yeah, I didn't really have much to talk about at this particular point in time. But let's see what we got going on, shall we?
North Carolina trying to get into the NCAA tournament right now. Joey Brackett says they are in.
I think that changes what they lost, OB. I believe they absolutely have to get to the championship, and if not win it, to be certain that they will be in the tournament, because as we've seen with other teams in the similar scenario, once they've lost in the conference tournament, they immediately drop. Oftentimes from the last 4 in to the first 4 out.
Knocked it way downtown, but no. He was very chilly yesterday. He was 0 for 5 from 3.
I had the confidence, but I definitely did not like the shot.
Without Cooper Flagg, without Maliq Brown, neither of whom can play tonight. Trying to slice inside Jackson.
Right.
One and done.
Good defense. Come on, Caleb, give me something.
Been trying to find a role for himself all season long. After starting 15 games last year, that's swatted away by Lubin.
And numbers for the Tar Heels with Gillis down in the backcourt.
Wow, tiptoeing in.
Ah, that's tough. I like the defensive effort, though. I love the defensive effort,
right now, it's a goaltending. It's a play that they can go back and review at the next dead ball. As Powell goes to the basket, that's probably going to be taken off. That looks like a good block as the ball is still going up. Gumba gets to it before it gets to the basket.
Yeah. Shout out
to
Gumba.
The backboard. I believe those 2 points most likely will come off at the next dead ball.
Totally agree with you on that. Zipped up top for Gillis. And a whistle and a foul.
Good foul call. Good foul call.
Mason Gillis, the Purdue transfer, very much a calming factor for this team. And
I need Con to come up a little bit.
First.
Come on live a little bit. Like I said,
substitute for Cooper Flagg. Still in the role of coming off the bench. I said Evans getting the start, but he'll be someone that John Shire leans on heavily.
Move around too, though. Don't just stay stationary, ladies and gentlemen.
28 yesterday, getting a lot of attention on the spin. Foster leaning inside. It won't drop. Duke with a board, but on the line.
Would have been nice if he got that
Go
rebound.
back to yesterday, the reason
Cleanly.
Cooper Flagg unable to play tonight. This was nasty. He was so
Yeah.
high up, and to come down on that ankle in a lot of pain. He was in a wheelchair for a while on his way to have an X-ray. The X-ray was negative. He's responded well to treatment, but not going tonight. There's the slam by Powell.
Hey, bro, why are they?
The nice cut by Powell.
That's what Cooper gives us, the flexibility of letting Kamen stay in the back end
Everything that
of
they've
the
done
defense.
has been the painted area, not really getting much going from the perimeter.
Nipple catches, fires, got it. A three.
Like, Con, be aggressive, bro. And
Makes 40%.
when I said attack, I'm not saying be passive and solely
Maliq
pass.
Brown was the
I'm
second
saying that
best
is an option, but like, do play your
Now with a
game.
shoulder injury.
There you go.
Foster.
There you go, Foster. Wait up. Thank you, Foster.
He had a couple of moments like
Thank
that in
you,
the last
bro.
game against Carolina.
He really did. John Shire
Good
recognized
defensive effort.
Taylor
Listen.
Foster is from the state.
He used to start at the beginning of the season, then he lost his starting spot. And I get it, dog. Like, find your – all I need you to do is hustle. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's an unfortunate bucket right there.
Mom Laurence in the building, and she's watching her son trying to get a win over the rival Blue Devils. Seth Trimble attacking Kama Malawach, able to go around Malawach and get the bucket opportunity at the free throw line. Seth Trimble was 8 of 9 from the free throw line yesterday. 8 of his 10 points came from the free throw stripe, only 1 of 6 from the field.
Can't connect on the foul shot, but that was 6-3 against 7-2. We've seen enough of Seth this year. It doesn't matter to him.
It doesn't matter. Height does not matter, ladies and gentlemen.
Almost went into the stands here.
All right, come on now, fellas. Let's make some smarter passes.
Well, he gets dapped up by Drake May along right beside us watching the game. There's Drake hanging out, watching many of his guys. He was just in school with them last year, wasn't he, OB?
Minutes ago. Now a star for the New England Patriots. What a bright future he has. Very popular guy in New England. James will back it out. 7 to get off a shot here for Duke. James steadies, fires. And it'll go down.
There you go.
For a three-pointer.
How about the veterans?
Way to get a bucket, Sion James.
Sion James.
That was all right.
Caleb Foster.
Y'all got to stop. Con, was that?
There's something to prove here today after the freshman
Good
carried
switch
them
off.
here to the semifinals.
There you
Picked up
go.
by Foster. Another theft. Davis trying to chase him down. Here's Gillis. Malawach right back up and down it goes.
There you go, Malawach. Thank you. Get some rebounds. Please. You're 7-2,
24-15,
baby.
and Duke getting a little
Dominate.
separation.
OB John Shire
got the
is
ability.
confident that the Blue Devils without Cooper Flagg and Maliq Brown still have
You gotta
more than
stop.
enough to win the
Y'all
ACC
either got to
tournament.
call out the screens better.
Davis pushes off. Long one up there, no. Lubin with the left hand.
Tell you what.
How did he get that
That
over
was
you?
an unbelievable rebound by Lubin going over the 7-2 Malawach.
Bucks out, bro. Hey, dog, you can't be letting that happen in the NBA draft, like once you get to the NBA.
Lubin's having, as we mentioned, an outstanding tournament, back-to-back double-doubles here in Charlotte.
Elliot Cadeau's got to be careful, OB. He's already playing with 2.
To Nipple. Got
Thank
a great
you.
look.
Good fun.
Absolutely
Hey, Foster's having a
buried
really
it.
good
And a
game
smart
right now,
play
ladies
by
and gentlemen.
Caleb Foster to attack Cadeau, knowing he's playing with those 2 fouls. Beats him off the bounce and delivers a strike to Knipple in the corner.
His mom, who is an outstanding player herself. Cadeau, big
Way
drive.
to
Rebound
contest.
tip,
Way to
Lubin
contest.
again. And he takes a foul. With 7:10 to go, we'll take a break.
We got to stop getting
And
these,
Duke on
let me
top
get these
by
rebounds,
10.
Bro. This is annoying.
This is the way the rivalry has gone over the years. It's been a bloody rivalry, and much of the same tonight. A lot of physical play, and we're just getting started. Duke and Carolina once again.
Investment opportunities.
All right. So a couple things. At least we did go up double digits, right? And that's cool. That's cool. Game is also on. It's a game to run, so we got to wait and see how it shakes. But I will say I don't like how we're not able to dominate. When I say we, I mean Cayman Malawach. I would like Buddy to showcase his height a little bit more. So again, he's 7'2", ladies and gentlemen. And on a consistent basis, I've seen us get out-rebounded, out-hustled, and get scored on. So not only can we not stop them from getting the bucket, at least the big man, we can't get a bucket ourselves. Now, he did do a nice little hook shot, and I do appreciate him on that. But I'd like for him to showcase that a little bit more so. Because right now we got people shooting and hitting, but shots don't always drop. It's a whole 2 halves. First half is cool. Second half, though, what happens if UNC adjusts? Or maybe we just stop hitting and making. That could happen. So, again, I would like to see a little bit of interior presence, and that is Cayman Malawach, especially with Cooper Flagg out, especially with Maliq Brown, our backup center, out. We do need you to dominate. Con, I need you to be aggressive at all times, whether that's shooting, whether that's probing the defense, penetrating and kicking, whatever it is we need to do. You need to do that every single possession, whether it's running off a floppy screen. If you open, pull it. If you contest it, sometimes pull it. Like, I want you to be aggressive all the time. I want UNC to think that you're going to be shooting the ball because now they know you can score. Use your IQ and make the other players around you better. That's what Coop's been doing. So try your hand, see if you got it. And I think you do. Case in point, you had 8 assists. Like, I believe you're our best playmaker outside of maybe Cooper Flagg. But keep in mind, you could be the best one. It's just that he's the best player. So I would love for you to showcase your ability. And keep in mind, at the beginning of the season, people were talking about how you could potentially be even better than Cooper Flagg just because of how you're NBA ready right now. Well, this is the sort of game where you need to showcase that you're ready right now. So again, it's 2 halves. We still in the first half. Let's showcase and have some fun, though. Also, I do appreciate Caleb Foster. Like I said, man, MVP of the game so far for me. His energy in this game has been electrifying defensively, offensively. He's been attacking across the board. If y'all hear me, I'm going to keep saying attacking a lot. And that's what we got to do. And it's basic basketball, easy peasy. Houston versus BYU. I may have to throw that game on too, but that one looks like a good one. I'm not going to lie to y'all. But let's see what they got here. Oh, we back.
Good, guys. Thank you very much. 7:10 left first half. ACC tournament semifinal in Charlotte. Duke with a 27-17 lead. No score change. In fact, they didn't really look at the goaltend a few moments ago. North Carolina, the 5 seed. Duke, the number 1 seed. We've got the best 4 teams in the semifinals, don't we?
We absolutely do. When you consider what the ACC has been this year, these 4 teams have really carried the attention. When you consider Clemson and Louisville both coming up next, 18-2, both teams, and only Duke at 19-1, better than those 2 teams. So it has been a top-heavy league this year in the ACC. And, of course, the Tar Heels, a national brand, always going to be in the mix.
Clemson, the only team in the regular season to knock off Duke. We were there with Dickie V at Clemson. Tigers played a great game, and they've just got better and better. They are a handful. Remember, they were an Elite 8 team last year. So they've been good for a long time. 27 wins now.
Yeah, Brad Brownell's done a tremendous job, as has Pat Kelsey. Tough trying to figure out who the coach of the year was this year.
Knipple swish it in from three-point land, and he's at it again. He has 9 points.
And I can tell you,
I told y'all Con got to be aggressive. I told y'all Con got to be aggressive.
And it's putting in Patrick Gumba. Wow. In place of Cayman Malawach, and has developed Gumba. He didn't start the season playing OB.
Gumba's going to be good for us this year and next year. I can tell you that right now. Him paired with Cameron Boozer is going to be pretty interesting. Oh yes, sir. Oh yes, sir. That's
attacking him at the rim.
Possession arrow keeps it on this end. It was a jump ball. Out for Cadeau. Knocked away.
Attaboy Evans. If Evans is active and aggressive, I'm so happy he didn't
James will run it.
Okay, wait.
Duke on top 30-19. And that'll go the other way. A foul on Duke. With 6:21 to go, they'll get James for his second foul.
That's tough. I missed that.
Let's go to Angel.
Guys, I wish you could see the energy, feel the energy of this Duke bench over here, even though Cooper Flagg.
Right, we keep talking about Coop. Yeah, I was paying attention to the top of the key, bro, because, you know, them boys been throwing elbows, been throwing bows. Throw them bows.
Teammates, they talked about how this is indeed a brotherhood. They played like it so far.
I get that we talk about Coop so much, but, like, it does kind of get disgusting sometimes. There are other players that I would like to focus on since Coop is not playing, but I get it. You got to focus on the selling point. RJ Davis, that's a tough shot. That's a tough shot right there. Keep in mind, though, he's been in college for about 8 seasons now. I don't – God, if he went on UNC, I wouldn't really care, I swear.
To do, but he has absolutely helped his team on the defensive end today.
And he should have had a block already. They didn't give him. Evans out of the corner.
I didn't really like that shot, Isaiah, but okay.
Here's James. And a bit too strong. Tell you what, if I'm the manager, I find something, a rope or something, to tie Cooper Flagg to that bench, man. I don't want him on his feet, but I don't think there's any way to stop him.
You're not stopping him getting up and cheering on his teammates. He's part of the brotherhood. He's excited to see his teammates playing so well, especially his classmate, Patrick Gumba, who has stepped up with Malawaz getting in foul trouble, stepped up big time, especially on the defensive end of the floor.
Davis, second team All-ACC. James hounding him in the corner. Carolina down 9 here in the semifinal. On the drive and the kick, here's Cadeau. Yes, a three.
Needed that. The
That's
first
tough.
three-point field
Yeah,
goal.
he's not really a shooter, ladies and gentlemen, so that's the crazy thing. If he hitting, then it's like, damn.
ACC tournament,
That's
the Tar
tough.
Heels have made more threes in a 5-year stretch than they have in the history of this storied program.
Finally made one, their first, and a big
Oh,
run.
yeah.
So,
Hey, now, he doing that.
He is elite offensively. That's why John Shire recruited him.
Powell lost the handle, but right to Davis. RJ at 17 points a game. He has had a tremendous career in North Carolina. Lubin's the open shooter, but that didn't touch anything. Out it went.
And the Blue
Air ball. Air ball. Look at the tag.
If he wants to shoot threes, they will
that's
allow
tough.
that to happen.
You got your mascot
And feel
going
like
like,
they've done their job
disbelief.
defensively. Ben Allen Lubin is going to beat the
I'll
Blue
take
Devils
it.
from outside, then he's just going to have to beat them.
Duke Blue Devils with Cooper Flagg most of the time, leading the nation in scoring margin. Just really beating people up. Here's the shot, going to be short by Foster. Got his own miss right on the baseline.
And going to continue to attack Elliot Cadeau.
Atta boy, Caleb.
Play by Caleb Foster.
Atta
You
boy,
can tell
Caleb.
that he was
Way to
sold
keep
from
being
the
aggressive.
sideline.
He has
When
great
you get
IQ,
into the
ladies
game-
and gentlemen. So what we're talking about here, you have 5 fouls in the game of basketball, at least college basketball, right? And right now, Elliot Cadeau, their point guard, their floor general, had 2 up until this point. And we're in the first half. And I told y'all we have 2 halves of basketball in college. So what we now have is Elliot Cadeau will probably go to the bench for the remainder of the game, unless maybe you want to bring him in for a final shot if need be. But again, he's not a good 3-point shooter like that too. So it's not really going to, I don't expect to see Elliot Cadeau in for the rest of the game. So now we're talking about RJ Davis needing to be the one. And keep in mind, RJ Davis is actually their best player. Now, you do have other players too who can score, who can get a bucket, but RJ Davis is their best player. So when you have Elliot Cadeau on the floor, you are able to let your best player roam free. And keep in mind too, he can play make himself. So if he does get the ball, he is still a threat to pass the ball off, right? Now you make him more of a playmaker, which now lessens UNC's potential, I'd say. And keep in mind, next half, Elliot Cadeau has 3 fouls. So for a large part of the game, this man's going to have to play extremely smart, but also extremely passive. So I'd expect us to be aggressive and go at Elliot Cadeau to get him off the heels, or to get him off our heels. No pun intended. But again, that would have been better if he hit the first round. I swear to God, that would have been so much better. But again, I'm so happy that Caleb Foster is attacking the basket because he's playing with IQ. He's doing what he's supposed to do. I don't care if you make the bucket. You want to attack them. You want to attack. I've been saying that all game. I'm going to continue to say that because that's what you have to do. Attack, energy. Basketball is very simple, especially when you have the talent advantage like we do. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, I'm really just wanting the game to come back on because I'm just going to get very redundant with this whole attacking, with this whole energy thing, with this. I ain't mentioned execution. I haven't talked about plays, nothing like that. Basketball is a very simple game, and it's a bunch of men who you got to get together, really a bunch of kids that you got to get together and try to have them play the correct way. And if you can, it's a beautiful thing, especially if you can have an injury-riddled or injury-free season. But if your season is injury-riddled, then it'll look ugly. But especially if your team doesn't execute and doesn't listen, then it's going to be even uglier. Because at least when you have injuries, you can have that excuse. Just poor execution, that goes to everybody, the players, the coaches, all that stuff. So, again, I'm going to talk about very basic high-level stuff because, again, basketball is very simple. But it does look like the game has come back on, so let's see what's happening.
Our expertise, round out yours. Gorgeous night here in Charlotte, in the Queen City, which has treated us tremendously well throughout the week. Championship game coming up tomorrow night.
Obi, when you consider the Duke Blue Devils playing not only without Cooper Flagg and Maliq Brown, but also minus one coach. We know Jay Lucas took the job at the University of Miami to be their head coach. So that left a lot more responsibility on the coaching staff. Had a conversation with Coach Emmanuel Dildy, who made it very clear that a lot of what was going on and the responsibilities that they had now fell on he and Will Avery, who is now responsible for the guards. You see Caleb Foster, who didn't play in a matchup.
Yes, Cooper Flagg is not playing.
Before they go to Carolina.
And we're up.
They go to North Carolina. Caleb Foster is inserted.
Stupid.
And now Foster coming in, playing a huge part here in the Blue Devils having success against their
attaboy Foster. Way to get a bucket.
In the ACC tournament.
They played only 5.5 minutes yesterday. It's a very strange season for a guy who really relied on being in the lineup last year. Started 15 games.
He was getting lucky. We almost got a turnover.
It's been a struggle to find a role.
And it's been a constant communication between Caleb Foster and John Shire. John Shire was a starter his entire freshman year. He came off the bench his entire sophomore year. I asked John, I said, have you told Caleb that? He said, of course, we've done everything that we can to try to help Caleb know that we're going to need him as this season progresses, and they have needed him here today.
Shot clock inside 10. Dribble. A little fall away. No. Rebound was tapped and a whistle there as Gillis took a hit. Check out the bracket in the Big 12. This is a 10-point game in the semifinals in the ACC. Withers just picked up the foul, but BYU.
Here's the thing.
Finals right now on ESPN.
I'm not really caring about the ACC tournament. Don't get me wrong. I would like to win, but I am focused on March Madness more so than the ACC. So I'm actually pro Cooper Flagg sitting out. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, of the ACC championship if need be, especially if his ankle's not healed. Keep in mind, too, an ankle injury is very tricky. Like, ankles is tough to come back from. Yeah, he young. I hear you. But, like, bro,
taking that friendly fire in this one.
Ankle injury, you don't just come back from like that. So I would like for him to recover and be as healthy as possible for March Madness. That's just me, though.
Experience, my friend.
Yeah, I've caught a couple of those. More so the top of my head, though. I'm not even at elbow level for 7-footers.
Jalen Washington took that shot early. And still remaining on the bench. And a good save by Withers. 35-24 Duke. Carolina
game.
Last 9. Davis. He feeds Powell. And short for the long
We'll let
jumper.
him shoot.
Proctor off to Gillis. Transition, though. They'll get another chance.
It's
But a
about
great play
game.
by Malawach, tipping it out to his teammates and getting a second chance opportunity.
Proctor taking on Davis chest to chest. Gillis and looking for the slam. Malawach great.
And
adjustment.
one.
He's going
And
down.
one.
His first thought was he was going to slam that down. But tremendous control of the body to make sure he got
Come on
the basket.
now.
With you 100%.
Come on now. Did y'all see that?
Going to drop the hammer. However, when Jalen Withers comes over to contest, he knows he's not going to be able to get all the way to the rim, but he's able to lay it softly off the glass. Of course, the bench reacting with excitement.
Can we get a microphone on Cooper Flagg? Because I have a feeling he'd be pretty good at this play-by-play thing.
I can tell you this, OB. Coop talks quite a bit of trash. I'm not sure all of it is going to be able for us to air it.
Yeah, you're concerned that this is a family show. I get it.
You can remember the technical foul at Boston College.
Oh, yeah. 2:21 to go to foul. With Duke opening up a 37-24 lead. And a personal will go against Duke and Isaiah Evans, his first. Time for a 1-and-1. So Carolina heading to the line. And one of the best foul shooters in ACC history at the stripe. Jay Davis, 89% this year. He's 8 for 8 yesterday in the quarterfinal win.
Yeah, this is how North Carolina survived yesterday against Wake Forest. In that quarterfinal matchup, they were 22 of 27 from the free throw stripe. They only shot 33.9% in that game and were still able to get a win because of how proficient they were at the free throw line.
And naturally, he misses that one. Carolina only shot 34% yesterday. That's a season low for them. It was a very gritty win. Proctor again, spinning and kicking.
Another offensive rebound by Malawach.
Thank you, Kamen. Hey, what did I tell y'all? Be aggressive, Kamen. That's all I want you to do, bro. Get the rebound. Go back up with it. You are 7-2, bro. They have nobody on their team that can match up with you height-wise. Be dominant.
Powell gets it up.
That's
that
good
won't
defense.
drop. With
That's
the
good
rebound.
defense. And Pete, too, I'm so happy Kamen did not jump.
That's the reason he didn't play much early in the year. But he is locked in on the defensive end now, trying to help his team get a win.
Kniffel banging with Jackson and bangs it in. Off the window for two.
Ladies and gentlemen, what did I – did y'all peep how we just kept probing and then finally we got the kick? Con was able to keep being aggressive. We didn't settle, right? But that started with Caleb Foster first attacking. And then we got the kick out. And then Tyrese Proctor didn't settle for the three. And then after that, Con gets the ball and drives. Notice I said drove. He didn't shoot. And we don't miss free throws. I love it. I love the aggression, ladies and gentlemen. Up 18. Yeah, this is wild.
Here in the semifinals. Tar Heels in need of a hot hand. Davis blocked by Malawach.
Let's go.
And another foul with a minute.
I swear they listen to me. I swear they listen to me, bro. Y'all saw that. That was ridiculous. And he can do that anytime he wants to. He has that ability. He has that ability.
And gets him to the free throw line.
I hate that we missed a free throw, but, it is what it is.
Proctor, 75%. Had a good one against Carolina at Chapel Hill with 16 points. Then he makes 1 of 2.
Way to get it back. Way to get it back, Proctor. Way to get it back.
So 4 minutes without a point for North Carolina. They have gone stone cold here in Charlotte. Davis trying to break free. And lost it. Right back over to Duke it goes.
And you see how excited the Blue Devils are with the way they have defended in this game. The Tar Heels shooting 37%. And Caleb Foster getting after it. Defending R.J. Davis, forcing the turnover.
Foster blowing by and lays it in. And as he brought some energy, 15-0 the run. Jackson trying to end it. Look at Evans hit the floor. Knipple too. A tremendous effort here by Duke defensively.
But look at Isaiah Evans, OB. I have watched this young man play basketball ever since he was in the 8th grade. I have never seen him do this defensively. He comes in and helps, but he's the first one to the floor. Knocks the ball loose. Knipple on the floor after the basketball, and immediately all he wants to do is go congratulate Isaiah Evans for his defensive effort.
Boy, the Duke fans in full throat here. Duke has grabbed the game by the throat. 3-second difference, shot and game clock, and airmailed. And enough time to get off a decent shot here for Knipple. 5 seconds before the break. Proctor around the back, off the fake, fires, around and out. But Duke closing the first half on a mega run, and they are on top 45-24.
OB, if you're the North Carolina Tar Heels, this is the matchup that you asked for, simply because playing against the Blue Devils gives you an opportunity to get a win and benefit your NCAA tournament resume. Right now, the Blue Devils are playing like the desperate team.
Angel with John Shire.
Coach, this game started off like a heavyweight fight for you guys. You ended it on a 15-0 run for the half. What did you like about that stretch?
It's all about the fight. You know, these guys are proud, and I love the way we came out and competed and fought. Long way to go, but this group, man, that's what it's all about for us.
You praised your team's defense coming into this game, a very balanced team at that. For you to hold them to 5 minutes without a bucket, what does that show you about their fight and need?
Well, it's been who we are, and we've done that regardless of whose time it is to step up. So for Caleb Foster to come in the game and play the way he has, for Isaiah to start and defend. I mean, obviously we all know he's shooting. The way he's defending, to me, is what this team is all about, our defense, toughness, and the competitiveness.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Obi.
Angel, thank you very much. Duke up 21, and Cooper Flagg and Maliq Brown did not play. How about that? We check in now with Taylor, Jim, and Carlos, along with Joel in the studio.
Welcome into your halftime report, courtside here in Charlotte. I'm Taylor Tannenbaum alongside Luke Hancock, Carlos Boozer, Joel.
So that's wonderful. That's wonderful to see. Like we're playing like we want this championship ring here. Like that's what we playing like, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all feel me? Like that's what we look like. We want this right here, this hardware, that championship. Because what I just saw was Duke put belt to ass. And I don't care about my French right now. I really, truly don't. Because again, ladies and gentlemen, when we look this aggressive, when we play this phenomenal, we're not going to lose to too many teams. I mean, just look at this. Again, seeing players like Isaiah Evans play defense. Caleb Foster for me right now is the MVP. And I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. He's my MVP right now of the game. I don't care what the score is. It's because of the level of impact that he's had. Okay? It's the level of impact. Isaiah Evans playing defense. Khan being aggressive. Cayman Maliq actually finally getting some rebounds, some putbacks, showcasing that he is a top 10 NBA draft pick. Because again, at 7'2", ladies and gentlemen, he is very mobile. And I'd like to see him be this aggressive when Cooper Flagg plays. Because if he plays this way, if everybody plays this way, Cooper Flagg does not have to score 19, 20 points a game. Hell, we could probably get away with him scoring 12 to 15. Because as we've been hearing, well, defense is the biggest thing that helps him out, but it's also the rebounding, it's the versatility that he brings. When we have Cooper Flagg, we are a much different team. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, hell, when you look at these right here, right? I mean, what do y'all see? Knuckle. Now, keep in mind, we're not gonna go 4 or 5, 3 or 3. Like, we're not gonna be damn near perfect for shooting. I'd like to clean up on these turnovers. But again, ladies and gentlemen, we're playing an ugly game and dominating. Very ugly game. But if you see right here, though, we're getting to that free throw line. And again, the game of basketball is simplicity. If you can play simple basketball, you will probably win, especially if you have the talent advantage. It ain't that hard. I'm sorry, we got a bunch of X's and O's. I get it. Forget all that. It's this simple. If you hustle more than the other team and you can execute, more often than not, you'll win. And right now, we're doing that. Like right now, we're doing it. I'm scared to show y'all what UNC stats are. Oh my God. I did see them right here. My bad. They are right here. Damn. Hey, to be fair, this was genuine. I honestly did not mean to show this, but since we already showed it, let's move on to UNC's. Jeez, whoosh. But all right, 50% from the free throw, but only 6 attempts. They not being that aggressive. UNC early on was, but we kind of checked that though, and especially late too, because they did not. Yeah, they was playing like ass. Let's see here. Ian Jackson is showcasing that he is not ready to, by the way. I know I talked about him as an NBA draft pick potentially. I'm not getting, oh yeah, it's not looking good. You may need to come back, which I honestly thought you should have to begin with. But yeah, 36% from the field, 10% from the three. Just off scoring alone, you can't get the job done. Like, just off scoring alone. You know what? I'm happy that y'all got 24. That is Kobe's number. Shout out to Bean. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, I guess, cool. Like, that's the only thing that I can find positive about UNC right now outside the first couple minutes of the first half. Like, this is looking like the first game. Now, we have seen UNC come back. And, again, we have reiterated that Cooper Flagg's not here. However, sometimes that does make a team a little bit more tougher to game plan for, especially when you've been seeing them play this same style all season. Now they have to play a brand new game of basketball, and you don't know how to really adjust for stuff. The next teams probably will have a better case going up against us because they have some footage to see, okay, how do they want to play? Again, I said Knuckle's not going to go 3 of 3 from 3, 4 or 5 from the field. We're not going to, let me get that ugly mess off. We're not going to go this perfect again, at least for him, but maybe the rest of the team might start hitting. Tyrese Proctor might not go 0-4 from 3. Mason Gillis might hit a 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might get better production across the board. And again, that goes back to when I was telling you guys, hey, Knuckle, attack, probe the defense, kick the ball out. It just so happens, hey, you are hitting the ball right. You are hitting your shot right now, so keep getting a bucket. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm loving the way we're playing right now. We are playing like we're hungry. We are playing like we're aggressive. We are playing like we have a chip on our shoulder. And again, we do. It's because Cooper Flagg is out and people are doubting us, including somewhat myself, but it's more so curiosity, not doubt. Doubt to win it all? All right. But like to win the ACC championship, I do believe we still can win it without Cooper Flagg. Hence why I said I prefer us winning the championship, March Madness. So when UNC fans do stuff like write stuff like this, or when they write stuff like this, that just tells me, hey, you know what? They're hating, and they're hating from a place of weakness because their team's about to get bounced out of March Madness contention after we beat them. Sweep 3 times this season. Bye. See you later. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I would love for us to sit up there and get UNC out of the way, win ACC championship. But keep in mind, though, my biggest focus is March Madness. If we can't win that, what are we doing? We got the team. Again, we got the number 1 player supposedly about to get drafted. We're rated number 1 right now. And typically when we're ranked number 1, we usually do good things. So let's have history repeat itself. Plus, we ain't won a championship in a minute. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's now. It's now. And then possibly next season too, because keep in mind, what happens if we win? Well, let's do two things. What happens if Duke wins for men and women? That would be kind of nice. We ain't done that since UConn. And keep in mind, UConn was the first team to repeat since Duke. I think that would be a cool storyline to hear if we could see it happen. And again, Duke is doing all right on the men's and women's side, by the way. We both rated top 10. So let's keep that in mind too, ladies and gentlemen. Don't sleep on them Blue Devils, them women over there. That's right, they're a dark horse. But again, Duke versus UNC, ladies and gentlemen. If I've said anything, we're not even playing our best game of basketball, but we're extremely aggressive right now because of this free throw line. Look at that right there, the free throw line. Y'all see that? And then also this right here. These boys are 1 of 10. That's abysmal. So as long as we can keep that going, hey, we're going to be straight. Also to note, too, turnovers, they're close. Fouls, they're not that far off. Blocks, they're close. Steals, they're close. Like, everything is close, but this three-point line and these free throws. So that says that Duke is attacking the basket a lot more than UNC. So I'm expecting us to win this game. If we lose, too, we're up 21. Like, we're 21 skunking them right now. That's going to be disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you that right now. Like, if we lose, I'll probably, because I'm supposed to hoop later on tonight. Yeah, I'll probably go there early. I'm just saying. But, yeah, let me go take a quick little hiatus, pay some bills, right? I don't know. I might leave the box scores up, see what shakes. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But definitely, before I do go, I will say this. If you are listening, please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket, and I hope you all are having a good one. Side note, I am a videographer and photographer as well. So definitely, if you want to hit me up, if you need some videos and photographs taken, just let me know. But here's the box scores. I'm sorry, but this is just hilarious to see, bro. Like, let me just make sure y'all can see what I'm talking about here. These boys is looking terrible. Oh, I'm not saying ice, but ice. You know, dang. That is Elliot Cadeau, 3 fouls. They have 5 assists. Well, I guess we don't have that many assists either, our damn selves. Yeah, I told you our offense ain't really been that great. It's just we got to the free throw line more. But again, that's because it's a simple game of basketball, ladies and gentlemen. We have the advantage. So why not use it? Our height, our physicality. Again, when I scroll down, it's not like it's that much better. The main difference is the disparity in the free throws. Well, hold on. How many rebounds they got? Okay, now you're in the rebound. So, yeah, we are beating them. But, again, that goes back to our physical advantage that I've been talking about and harping about all game. I talked about that on my podcast as well, too. And I talk about my podcast every day, Monday through Friday at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the advantage. Why not use it? Basketball is a very simple game. Very simple. Those who try to overcomplicate it end up losing. Like, look at someone like Mike D'Antoni. Buddy tried to do way too much, and he ended up losing. Couldn't win not a thing. I'm just saying. He got close. It's just too bad we're not playing horseshoes, ladies and gentlemen. But I know y'all don't want to see too much of this and this. So I'm gonna take a little quick hiatus, pay some bills, but we'll come right back. And I guess you probably will see this again.
Sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. Whether with coworkers, friends, family, we all love the entertainment. Well, here on Get a Bucket, my goal is to talk about sports and its cultural impact. The WNBA, for example. The WNBA is loads of entertainment. From the new rookies battling, displaying their skill sets, and preparing to take the league by storm, to the Titans and the MVPs of the league clashing for battles we'll always remember. From imagining the soon-to-be possibilities, to admiring and treasuring the finales. Get a Bucket is a platform where other sports analysts, hoopers, coaches, and fans of the show come and talk about the WNBA, both negatives and positives. So if you haven't, take a quick peek. At the very least, you'll have a good time. Remember, sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. So please, tune in and stay connected.
Great player, but it's not all about one great player. And without.
All right, so we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. And Duke is playing UNC. Again, it's the second half. It's the start of the second half. We're up 21. It's a 21 piece. That's right. It's 21 skunk right now. But let's see if UNC can come back. It's 20 minutes, 21 points. It is possible. UNC has lost with less time to us. And UNC has some stuff to play for this year. So let's see what happens.
Is scrapping for every loose ball. James on the attack to the baseline as we get started here in the second half in Charlotte. And a lot of North Carolina fans in a bit of a state of shock. Proctor airborne. Can't knock it down. Davis went for the rebound, and North Carolina controls. So Carolina trying to get up off the mats. Godot zips the pass for Withers, and too strong. Then Allen Lubin, and another block, another rejection by Malawach. Withers will try again and misses again. But Carolina will retain here and a new shot clock.
We have got to get a rebound, bro. I understand it's been long rebounds, but still.
On the interior, there's another one now, 9 of 12 on layups.
This is looking a little bit like the start of the first half.
But everything else has been a struggle. Only 2 made buckets outside of the painted area. Another delivery from Cadeau to Ben Allen Lubin, but I'm not sure twos are going to be able to beat the Blue Devils.
John Knipple, big-time drive.
I was about to say, I'm just going to say this right now. If we lose, the psyche of our squad is going to have to be in question. Like, our confidence is going to be shot. So we cannot lose this game. And keep letting stuff like that happen, bro. Malawach, you got to tighten up, bro. And someone attack Cadeau. Remember, he has 3 fouls, ladies and gentlemen. He has 3 fouls. Let's get him.
The athletes to be able to go finish. Duke has been able to defend pretty much everything else they've done on the offensive end.
Again, Duke leading the nation in scoring margin. They had 10 conference wins this season of 25 points or more. That's an all-time ACC record. James off the hesitation, beautifully done.
A smart play by James. He gets Withers in the air. Withers already playing with 2 fouls. Fortunate not to pick up one on that last possession.
Cadeau trying to operate. Off the dribble and a whistle with 17:36 remaining. And if you're not with us at the very beginning of the broadcast, Cooper Flagg and Maliq Brown out today. That's all we know right now is they're not playing in this game. As you've mentioned and many have said, it's highly unlikely, certainly the way they're playing with these guys, that they would have to play at all in a championship game, maybe not even in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
You know, I honestly, when you consider playing them in the first round, now you only have 48 hours to be able to turn around. I believe in the Duke team that we're seeing without them is just good to beat pretty much anybody, especially a 16 seed that they're going to face in the first round of the NCAA tournament. I would absolutely look at not playing those guys until then.
Proctor well short. Malawach collects. Got to get a shot up, though. 6 to shoot. Never got to the iron. Malawach will take a long one and bury it from 3.
And why not? He's done everything else throughout this game. Why not knock down the 3 ball? He took the 3 on the first possession of the game for Duke on the offensive end. I'm not sure John Shire wanted that one, but he absolutely loves to see him knock down the 3 at the end of the shot clock.
That's a no, 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 yes, yes, yes. But again, as you said, the shot clock was winding down. And Duke, without 2 outstanding players, and the man many believe is the best college player in the country on the bench, still firing on many cylinders. Lubin picks up the rebound.
And there should be numbers for the Tar Heels right now. Need to attack with Malawach behind the play.
Lubin asking for the ball. Does not get it. Davis does. For Powell in the corner. Airmailed that one and another whistle. Malawach continues to make his mark on this game.
Yeah, Common Malawach, in all honesty, OB, in a normal year, would be an option as the #1 pick in the NBA draft. But his buddy will be that, but Malawach showing that he's much more than a rim protector and a shot blocker, showing that he has the touch from beyond the arc and has a strong performance here today.
His second foul as he goes to the bench. Lubin. Nice pass. Withers to the other side of the iron for the lay-in.
Guys, just a reminder that is just Malawach's 3rd 3 of the season. Corey, you posed the question, do we see Cooper Flagg at any point in this tournament going beyond this game? Coach Shire, sorry, a little tie up there. I'm going to give it back to you, OB.
Yeah, scrap on the deck here, and the officials will separate them with Knipple down on his back in the middle of it, and he'll be lifted up by his teammates. John Shire coming over to make sure his team gets out of that. Nothing more comes from it. We'll have more on Cooper Flagg when we come back here to Charlotte.
What does a good investment opportunity look like? At T. Rowe Price, we let curiosity light the way, asking smart questions about opportunities like AI and how the industry's board to support AI might better support us.
Helping individuals with low vision and blindness be able to do things that they think they are unable to do because of visual impairments. And that's where the fashion show came in. I also want to be able to provide eye screenings, eye exams, and eyeglasses to individuals that are unable to pay for that or don't have the insurance to do that. If we can help get those eyeglasses and eye screenings to little kids that parents can't afford, stuff like that, or older individuals that don't have the insurance anymore, that would be helpful. And that's what I'm Perfectly Made is trying to do.
Hair Talk. All right, everybody, listen, it's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and before I start talking, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, comment, tell anyone about the show. We'd like to get the ratings up a little bit, just a little bit. But we have Duke versus UNC second half. Duke is looking still pretty promising, I gotta say. I ain't gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing all right now. We're kicking UNC's tail, and again, it's nice to see for the third time, but it's nicer because Cooper Flagg is not out. Well, I'm sorry, he's not playing. He's out. Cool. Again, I don't really care to see him in the ACC tournament if we don't need him, and I don't know if we necessarily do. Again, I don't care if we win the ACC tournament. I'm focused on March Madness. It'd be nice if we win ACC tournament, but I prefer March Madness. So again, let's focus on that, please. But I mean, so far, Con Knupple's doing a phenomenal job. Cayman Malawi, I mean, a 3. We knew he had touch. I'm glad he's showcasing this game. So let's get back to it and see how Duke is actually playing UNC. Hopefully we continue. And I don't think this is a fluke. But after this game, we got a lot to see. But again, there's a lot of game left, though. So UNC could come back. Job not finished.
Against the Tar Heels, they are literally making it very disruptive on every single play for the backcourt for the Tar Heels.
They really are, Angel. When you consider that the backcourt of the Tar Heels is a combined 3 of 11. R.J. Davis, who was the ACC Player of the Year last season, 2 of 7, 0 for 3 from beyond the three-point arc. And we have to remind you, he had 23 points yesterday on a very efficient, only 9 field goal attempts. So when you see the way that Tyrese Proctor, Sion James have locked in defensively, but more importantly, the ways that the younger players, Isaiah Evans, Con Knuppel, have been able to follow their lead on the defensive end of the floor, that truly shows you that the veterans have gotten their point across for the young players.
Knuppel, a freshman. Malawach, a freshman. Isaiah Evans, a freshman.
Patrick Dumba
as well,
a freshman.
He's a freshman
who's
too.
been huge in this game.
Big time. And it's certainly not playing like it.
And that's one of the things, and the old adage is, once you get to this point, you're no longer freshman. And again, These guys have gotten so much experience. You think about the big games that the Blue Devils played early in non-conference, playing Kansas in Las Vegas, of course, playing Kentucky in Champions Classic, going to Arizona, playing against Auburn at home. They have been tested, and so now that is showing up.
Cadeau with a good look to drain a triple and give North Carolina a little bit of life.
The second three made by Cadeau. He has all the three-point field goals for North Carolina. I'm not sure that is by plan, but it's going to be difficult for the Tar Heels to win when Elliot Cadeau is your best three-point shooter.
Con Knipple on the line on that sideline, and we've got Clemson and Louisville, which should be an absolute dandy. Both of them ranked in the top 25. You realize how long it's been in the ACC since two teams ranked in the poll have battled each other.
It hasn't happened much this year.
293 games, I think it is. So that should be a terrific matchup. The tip is going to be up and in by Lubin, and the little used to have a really nice tournament.
And a little life from the Tar Heels now, still trailing 17, but I agree with you, Obi. Ben Allen Lubin has absolutely been a spark as the Tar Heel faithful here at the Spectrum Center starting to try to find a way to give their guys some energy.
Proctor back up top for Gunba. Open shooter Foster, and out it goes.
Yeah, that's a nice effort by Elliot Cadeau, getting up there, blocking the three-point field goal attempt by Caleb Foster. Elliot Cadeau playing with those three fouls, but he's played inspired basketball here, getting back on the floor in this set.
I got to say, I'm not really inspired right now. I would appreciate, again, Elliot Cadeau has 3 fouls, bro. It would be nice if we attack, and I said that before the half even started. Attack him, because he's been actually hooping right now. That's goaltending now. It's looking very ugly. Very ugly. Again, it's crazy. Elliot Cadeau has had all 3 of their fouls. Damn, Proctor. Oh, that wasn't goaltending. Okay, cool. I was hoping not. But if Elliot Cadeau has all 3 of their threes, Buddy has 3 fouls, would it not behoove us to go and attack him? I'm just saying.
But that one looks as though it's coming down. You could absolutely see that one being counted as a good basket. The basketball is on its way down. I believe this one will count for Elliot Cadeau.
And Tyrese Proctor,
that's all I'm saying.
With his second foul.
I don't agree. I thought we got it, but like initially, like live, I just thought they called it. It looked cool to me.